Okay, here's the situation. I took my little Cheep Jeep up to a little town about 5 miles north of here the other day to get gas for the lawnmower. Got to the gas station just fine. Filled the cans up, got ready to leave, and it wouldn't start. So I called my son. He came, brought my truck, and we pulled the Jeep home from there. Now my first thought at the gas station was that it was the fuel pump, because I didn't hear it kicking on when I would turn the key on. So my first attempt was to pull the filter tube off of the throttle body, shoot a little starting fluid in there just to see if it would fire. That didn't work. The next thing I did was I went over to the distributor, pulled the coil wire off and checked for spark. I didn't have any. Following that, I went ahead and I pulled the wire, which you can't see here, and digging to it's not real easy, off of the coil pack and checked for power. It's on the green and yellow wire is your positive. I had like 5 volts. I really didn't have anything. That led me over to the automatic shutdown relay and the fuel relay. So I checked them just simply by swapping them around, and nothing still happened. Now, as you can see, I have the infamous check engine and shift light, which everything I ever read or see on these, if you don't have those, the PCM is bad. And as you can tell, it absolutely will not start. So the next step was to start actually testing at the relays, just to see if they were being told to work or not. So what I've done is negative connected to the negative side of the battery, and then on these particular relays, these 2 terminals are your coil, and then the one that goes up and the one on the top are your contacts. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the switch on, and if everything is working normally, it should have 12 volts going to that terminal to energize the coil, pull the relay in, and close the contacts. As you can see, only got 5. So I'm not getting power to that relay. Now then, to kind of prove or disprove my theory, what I've done is I've made a couple jumper wires to bypass the contacts for the automatic shutdown, and then for the fuel pump, which we'll go ahead and plug the fuel pump in, and you can hear it running now, so it's being told to run. And if everything is just in the world, it'll start and run. So at this point, I'm pretty well convinced that my PCM is bad. One other thing that I did to check for before I jumpered everything out was to make sure that that bottom pin is the common for your relay, and then this top pin is the normally open. When you energize the coil, the relay latches and closes to that pin. I did make sure that there were 12 volts getting to that, which there is. Now then, that's sort of the story I've got to where I am on it. At this point, I'm pretty much convinced that the ECM is faulty. I have had some other work to do today. I'll probably maybe try and pull it out tomorrow, or I might even do it later tonight. I may try replacing them capacitors that everybody talks about on there. But everybody says that it won't show a shift light or the check engine light if those are bad. So, I mean, anybody got any input, you know, leave me a comment. I'm more than happy to listen to what anybody's got to say. And otherwise, that's my plan. Or I might try and find new ECU, but I might try the capacitors first. You know, $10 versus $200 on a vehicle like this is a lot. But yep, that's where I've got with this. Like I said, anybody got any other ideas? I'm more than happy to listen. Y'all have a good night.